Hey guys, welcome back, my loves, to the Healing Seat with Monique, where silence breaks, truth rises, and healing begins. This is a sacred space where we breathe, release, and rise together, and every word spoken here is for peace, truth, and renewal. So, guys, take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's talk truth, heart to heart. In this episode, we're talking about a chapter of my life that I held onto in silence for years. A place I thought would change my life. And in many ways it did, just not the way I expected it. The job that promised stability, but only delivered betrayal. What began as a dream opportunity turned into a spiritual battlefield. I'm going to expose the truth behind the smiles, the setups, and the silence. This is the truth about my time working at a well-known medical institution that many of you know by name, but I won't say it here because the name doesn't even deserve the power. What deserves the power is my story and the truth. This isn't just about a prominent, well-known medical institution that I worked for 6.5 years. This is about how God revealed the hearts of those around me and how divine protection covered me when I didn't even know I needed it. Guys, watch this video until the end and you'll understand why losing this job didn't destroy me, it freed me. Let's get started. I started at WC on October 18, 2016. I remember the exact date because I was so happy, spiritually happy, full of hope. It felt like divine timing, like God had just cracked open the clouds and said, "Here you go." Before that job, I had accepted another offer, but it didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel like God. It didn't feel like home. Then I got a call out of nowhere from a well-known medical institution asking to interview me. After the second interview, they offered me the position as a senior medical secretary. I thought it was the opportunity of a lifetime, a fresh start, a stable job, a way to provide for my kids, a chance to grow into the woman I was becoming. And in the beginning, that's exactly how I felt. I started building relationships, I celebrated birthdays, I brought gifts, I opened my home to many of these individuals. They ate my food, sat on my couch, hugged my daughter, pretending to care about me, but it was all a game. I was there for them. I poured into them emotionally, financially, and spiritually. I gave even when I had nothing to give. I helped, I listened, I showed up. But what I didn't realize at the time is that while I was pouring love, they were quietly taking, spiritually draining me, energetically feeding off of me, smiling in my face while never truly standing beside me. And that's when everything changed. People noticed the way my partner showed up for me, how he helped out, how he cooked, how he showed up looking like the perfect man. They all were jealous. Jealous of how he treated me, jealous of what they thought our love looked like, jealous of how he looked at me. But what I didn't know then was that it was all a trap. My ex was planting seeds and studying my environment, getting comfortable in my workplace, getting close to the very women I trusted, creating access. And those same women started working with my ex behind my back because they envied the love they thought he had for me. They were jealous of the attention he gave me because some of them wanted him. Some wanted what they thought he gave me, and some just didn't want me to have him. Guys, instead of them being happy for me, they became obsessed, secretive, and bold. Multiple people, not just women, men too, were reaching out to my ex behind my back and sleeping with him while I was married. And they were smiling in my face the whole time. But towards the end, it all became clear. One by one, their masks fell off. And the same people I defended, supported, and helped were feeding my ex-husband information and letting him into conversations about me, inviting him into their homes, and giving him access to spaces he should have never been in. And it wasn't just co-workers. It was people in leadership, my supervisors, managers, and team leads. People with degrees and job titles, people who were supposed to be professional, ethical, and unbiased. Instead, they were messy, jealous, and spiritually weak. Guys, on October 18, 2022, the day they tried to humiliate me by wrongfully terminating me, the way they fired me, it was disgusting. They called me into a Zoom meeting about a patient who called 2 weeks prior. This man called yelling and cursing at me, and he was so disrespectful to me over the phone. And I asked him several times calmly, please stop yelling and cursing. And he didn't listen. He wouldn't listen. So I disconnected the call. The patient called back and claimed I disrespected him and called him all kinds of names and refused to help him and requested that I be fired. Guys, none of that happened. What that man said I didn't do. And you know what's so crazy? They never let me hear the call. They never showed any evidence, and I was never given any chance to explain what happened during the call. They believed him and took his word at face value and used his words to tear me down and paint me out to be a problem. They tried to erase everything I had done good, all the good things that I had brought to this organization and to the patients. They tried to make me appear as someone I was not. They told me I wasn't the type of person that they wanted representing their organization, and they wouldn't want someone like me scheduling for their family members. Can you believe that? But you know what hurts me the most was how my manager sat on that Zoom meeting smirking like this was so funny. Like she was getting off on destroying the livelihood of a single mother. She was enjoying it. She was getting off on the power. My manager, she kept smirking the whole time until the HR lady asked her to disconnect from the meeting, because she couldn't keep a straight face. Guys, that is spiritual cruelty. And to make matters worse, after telling me I was no longer wanted, the head of HR had the nerve to ask me for my phone number. She's the head of HR department, and you don't have my contact information? Girl, bye. I asked her why she needed it, and she said, just in case, with this real condescending smile. Right then and there, I disconnected the Zoom meeting because I knew it was all a setup. It was never about the phone call with the patient. And guess what? They never ever gave me a formal termination letter because they knew what they did was wrong and they didn't want it in writing. They wanted it to disappear like it never happened, but it did happen. And after they fired me, it didn't stop there. They kept lying, kept twisting stories, kept blaming everything on me while protecting people who were stealing, manipulating, and harming others behind the scenes. That's when I knew I had to file a complaint with the EEOC, the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission office, because this wasn't just about workplace drama. It was targeted, it was calculated, it was spiritual. This was darkness hiding behind professionalism. This was spiritual warfare wrapped in HR protocol. But here's what I know now. God put me there for a reason. Not to elevate me, but to expose them, to train me spiritually, and to teach me how to see through masks. Because not all co-workers are your friends. A smile can be a disguise. Jealousy can wear scrubs and a badge. Titles don't equal integrity. And sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones pretending to be allies. But I did exist, and I left an impact they couldn't ignore. Even after I left, they kept my name in their mouths. They kept the lies going. They allowed certain people to steal, manipulate, and cover up what was really going on. Guys, all I can say right now is all the betrayal, all the things that they did to me, they didn't succeed. And what they meant for harm, God used for transformation. The lies didn't break me. The smear campaigns didn't silence me. The firing didn't end me. It awakened me. And today I stand here healed, protected, and empowered, ready to tell my story without fear, without shame, and without apology. I didn't lose a job. I was released from a trap, and I walked away with my soul intact. If anyone out there has ever experienced wrongful termination, leave a comment. Leave your story below. I would love to hear it. If you felt the vibe today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that post notification bell for future episodes as I continue to dive deeper into my life's journey and how I survived it. Thank you so much for coming to sit with me at the Healing Seat with Monique. And remember, guys, healing is a journey, not a race. Keep standing, keep shining, and never forget your story matters because you survived it, my love. Breathe easy, stay grounded, and don't forget to protect your peace. I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.